Hello everyone, I'm back with another theatre vlog. Now you've heard of a two-show day. I've done so many of them, even like two-show days at Book of Mormon where I've seen the matinee and the evening. Not two cities, two shows in one day. Let me explain. I am seeing the Come From Away tour this afternoon in Southampton to see Oliver Jacobson. I am so excited. This show is so beautiful and heartwarming and I've missed it since it left London. So I'm really excited to see that, but knowing me, I had to squeeze in something. I had to do something absolutely mad. Now what is this mad thing, you may be wondering? I'm taking a train from Southampton to London after Come From Away, and I'm seeing Book of Mormon tonight. Hopefully everything goes fine. This train already got delayed by like 10 minutes and I waited until we actually started moving to record, so fingers crossed that the rest of the day is fine. So obviously I'm staying overnight in London and then I'm going home tomorrow morning. It's going to be a quick sort of in and out of London. I just want to see this show again. I'm very excited and you should be as well. One other thing is Charlie went to Book of Mormon last night. Richard's out, Isaac's out, Tad's out. There's someone else. Jed Hoyle is also out, which meant that they had Joseph Davenport. I love Joseph, so I hope he's performing tonight, but then that means that we've also got a cover for Mafala. I have only ever seen Richard live, let's just clear that up because bootlegs exist, so I'm actually really excited to see who we get. Charlie didn't actually tell me who was covering, someone did, so we'll see. But yeah, no, I've only ever seen Richard in the 22 times that I have gone, so this should be really exciting. But I'm gonna see you when I get to Southampton, where we will be going to Canada. Not really, but you know what I mean. By the way, just want to give a shout out to my tailoring skills. This used to be a jacket that had sleeves. It no longer has sleeves. I cut them off. Same with this Muppets t-shirt. Did I mention I'm going through a Muppet phase right now? And I might be getting a Muppets tattoo. I am getting a Muppets tattoo. I'll see you in Southampton. All I'm gonna say is that Connor Pearson is going to love this. That's all I'm gonna say. So folks, I've made it to city 1 of 2 today. That feels weird to say, but I'm in Southampton now. It's about 12 o'clock almost. Show doesn't start until 2, so I'm probably gonna go get some lunch because I'm starving. This, by the way, is only possible because Come From Away is an hour and a half long. So, praise to that, but yeah, I'm hoping my connections to London are fine. Fingers crossed. Hold on, there we go. Fingers crossed. But I'm gonna go get some food and I'll see you at the Mayflower. I don't know what it is about me. I love shopping centres so much. So I hit up the West Quay one in Southampton. I went there by bus because I was cutting it a bit fine to get to the theatre. But I was starving, so I hit up Wagamama's for some quick lunch. Grilled duck damburi, which has also been featured in one of my other videos before, so there you go. But then I made it to the Mayflower Theatre. It felt so unreal that Come From Away was here already. I've been waiting for this for so long. I was so happy to be sat in the stalls again, F36. It was so much better than Bonnie and Clyde, but I think that was because of the staging and also tall people. So if I crouch down, you could actually see the stage behind me. I'm here, and I found stage door because obviously I want to see Ollie afterwards, because okay, no, never mind. That's not the reason I came here. It's not the only reason. I love the show, but I do want to see Ollie. I am very, very excited because I have missed this show so bad since it was in London. We've got an understudy on, but it's not for Ollie, which I'm very happy about. But I'm safely here. I am stuffed from lunch. No ice cream for me this time. Obviously the show doesn't have an interval, so I'll see you afterwards. And I actually can't wait. It's such a beautiful show. My knees are starting to hurt because I am quite literally crouched on the floor. So I'm gonna go enjoy one of my favourite musicals, ever. It's right up there with Book of Mormon actually, so yeah, I'm gonna go do that because ow. No, I need to stand up. Okay, I'll see you afterwards. Two things. One, Someone needs to tell me why Ollie is the nicest man on the planet. 2, why is that the first show in so long that has had me sobbing throughout the entire thing? Okay, I'm gonna get some food and a coffee. I had a lovely chat with Ollie. He is fantastic. He is so sweet and so kind. I love him. But now it's time to go to London to see Book of Mormon for the 23rd time, I believe. I'll have to check the tags on my videos. But yeah, I believe it's 23 today. So I'm really excited. And it looks like the train's on time, so it looks like we'll be good. So I'll see you on the train and talk maybe a bit more, but most likely I'll just cut to my London voiceover when I get there. See you later. My train to London was not delayed. Hurrah! I was very, very happy about this fact, and we made it to London Waterloo at about 6 o'clock. It felt so weird being in a new city where I could just get on the tube, not have to worry about buses and weird schedules. Seriously, man, like, once you know the tube, it is so easy. But I made it to Mall when I was first in the queue, and so excited, as always. So as you've gathered, I'm in London, I'm at the Prince of Wales Theatre. It feels so weird that I was in Southampton like 3 hours ago watching Oliver Jacobson in Come From Away. But I'm here now. I'm getting like tonal whiplash from going one place to another so fast. I'm so excited. We've got Kirk Esmerfala today, and like, I'm so excited. I mentioned earlier that I've only ever seen Richard live in this theatre as that role, so this is going to be fun. I've also had confirmation that Joseph Davenport's going to be on, and we've also got Jay coming back once again to fill in for someone. I think he's filling in for Tad, so yeah, it's going to be a fun performance. I'm in A19 of the stalls, my sort of lucky seat. I'm 19, I sat there on my birthday. It's appropriate. By the way, when I say Jay, I mean Jacob McIntosh. He was in Book of Mormon in 2022, I think that's when he finished. Then he did Jersey Boys for a bit, and he's coming back to fill in. So I'm very excited to actually meet the guy that asked me for the bootleg. That's still really funny to me. If you don't know, he messaged me a while back asking me for the infamous Stevie Webb McKinley bootleg from September 22. And yeah, apparently Brian told him that I had it, which is just really iconic. I did learn from Oliver, actually, that like the cast love bootlegs. Okay, I'm sat down. I'm in my lucky seat, A19, as I've already said. I'm very excited to see Kirk Esmerfala, as I said. I haven't seen any other actor play him live. Bootlegs exist. I've seen the OBC, obviously. Listened to the OBC, obviously. So, I'm very excited to see his take. Obviously, he's probably still going to be very humorous. And we've also got Nick back as the Doctor, which is nice, because I haven't seen him in that role in a while. But I will catch you in the interval. I'm just about to show you my view. Obviously, you've seen it before, though. You know what's up. Front row is just incredible at this show. Something incredible. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So as I so proudly exclaimed before, I was sitting in my lucky seat, A19. I love front row. I've said this so many times, and you've seen this view so many times, but I love it. I know it's very dark, but we've had a show stop. I've never had this happen before. Just thought I'd document it. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Oh my god! Seriously. Wow, first time for everything! So yeah, the plane crashed, they never made it. I was wrong about who we have on. Jed and Isaac are back. Joseph is actually covering for George Littell, which is nice. Which means we got Jed Pop-Tarts, which is like my favourite Pop-Tarts. Also, Kirk Esmerfala, he's doing an amazing job. Also, if that rendition of Turn It Off was anything like Charlie had last night, Colin devoured. Slade. New favourite McKinley? Don't want to say it. He might be a favourite. Also, just another casting thing that I missed. It's not just Jacob McIntosh that's back for like a little one-off show. We've also got Michael Lewis as well, who is a returning cast member. So this is really fun. Hello, good morning. I know it's loud. I've just picked up a coffee. I'm on my way to Waterloo Station. I'm sorry I didn't film last night. I was exhausted. As tired as I was and still am I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so grateful that I get to do this. I'll probably talk about Come From Away on the train, so I'll see you there. Honestly, I love mornings in London. After all the work commuters have gotten off the train and actually gone to work, it's so peaceful and nice, and like, as someone who can never usually wake up for mornings, mornings are nice. I want to experience more mornings. So yeah, I made it to Waterloo and made it to my train, which was at 8:30, because it was cheaper than any later train, but I wasn't going to get the one at 7:30, so I had to suffer a little bit, but it didn't matter because I was finally on my way home from an exhausting day. Hey everyone, it's been about a week since I went to see Come From Away, the UK tour. I know I didn't film on the train. I even poked fun at myself earlier on in this edit for thinking that I would. I didn't know there was football on. Do I look like the kind of person who would know there's football on? No is the answer. So, the train was crowded as heck. Oh well, we move on, you know? So that's why I'm here tonight. It's about 9 PM, I have work at 7, this is such a good time to be doing this. I'm caffeinated though, so let's hope that this pushes me through. But yes, no, I'm here to talk about the amazing cast that is the Come From Away UK tour cast 2024 to 2025? Does it go into 2025? I'm not sure, but I love this cast, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Like, they were incredible. Sadly, because I had to run to my train to actually get to London, Ollie was like the only cast member I really talked to because he was kind of the one I wanted to see. You know, I hadn't seen him in a while and it was nice to catch up again. Here's the picture that I got with him. He is so lovely. He's so lovely. Okay, this show's amazing. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. I think I might try and catch the tour again. I was going to look at their Woking dates, but that was like right after Southampton and I had no more time off. So Wimbledon is my next hope, fingers crossed. It's around October time, so same kind of time that I'm seeing Stevie in Here You Come Again. But yeah, I'm going to try and catch this cast again because they were incredible. And as I said, this musical is making it into my, like, top 10, or, like, top 5 at least. It's just so funny, sad, heartwarming, tragic, like, it's got everything, and, you know, it displays the human experience so well, and I think I said this the first time I saw the show. I can't really remember, because it was, like, over a year ago, but I think I complimented it on how well it is structured, especially with a historical event as big as it was, you know. You've got to be really careful around it and how to correctly approach it, and I really think they do. Obviously, I can't speak as an American, and I also can't speak for anyone who was around in 2001, because I was born in 2004, but I do really love this show, and it just really, it does such a good job at displaying people, you know? And it's the people I'm here to talk about. So as I've said before, I think, maybe, just to give you a refresher, Come From Away is a 12-person show. 12 people plus the on-stage band and off-stage band. They'd sort of switch in and out. But yeah, it's a 12-person show about the planes that were grounded in Gander Airport during 9/11, you know, the attacks. The whole town gave everything they had for these people during such an awful time, and I think it's really clever that 12 people play so many characters. I think I said this before, my sort of fears for going into this show the first time was that the characters wouldn't be clear enough as to who's playing who, you know. And again, it was something I complimented it on. It's so easy to keep up with, it's a short show, and yeah, it's a very cool production, like it's very, very beautiful. Literally, as I said, I have never, like, cried so hard throughout an entire show before, like, that did it for me. But yeah, no, let's get on to the cast, because I absolutely love them. So naturally, we've got to talk about my favourite character, Oz Fudge, played by Oliver Jacobson. Oz, obviously he plays other roles, but Oz is just such a pure human being. He's funny, he's silly, but he's also very real and down to earth, and that's what I love about him. Obviously his introduction, he's seen as a very comedic guy. I think he's seen as the comic relief quite a bit throughout the show. So when the sort of emotional, impactful stuff happens, like, you sort of see this shift in personality, but he is trying to keep everyone uplifted and feeling good about what's going on, and, you know, trying to get rid of the bad emotions and replace them with a good experience for these people, you know? Like, he wants them to have the best time when they are in Gander. And he does that. But yeah, I feel like he's a symbol of hope and happiness in the show, and I really love him. Obviously, speaking more about Oliver instead of the character, Oliver was fantastic. I mean, I've already seen him as Elder Cunningham. He's very, very good at being the comedic, funny guy. Obviously, it still is such a different role, though, and he was so good. I love him. It was really nice to see him tackle a different character. That's why I like going to whatever one of my favourite actors is in next, so I can see them do something different, you know. Accent was perfect, singing flawless, I love him so much. But yeah, no, he is absolutely fantastic. So there's two more like big roles that I want to touch on. Hannah has quite a big story. She's one of the people that have gotten stuck in Gander, and for this particular cast she was played by Bree Smith, who is gorgeous, by the way. Like, she was incredible. And she's a mother. Her son's a firefighter in New York, and the whole reason that she's flying out in the first place is that her son wanted her to go and have a holiday and relax. And she expresses during the start that she's not really a big fan of doing that, but she did it anyway because her son cares about her and she loves him as well. So she's very motherly and caring and sweet. Obviously, it is so tragic what happens to her son at the end of the show, where she phone calls Beulah to tell her that he didn't make it. But the relationship that Hannah and Beulah have throughout the show is so heartwarming and powerful. They're both mothers, you know. They're both struggling. They both have struggled, you know, and they bond over that sort of common ground that they have with each other. And it's just really nice to see the positive relationships that came out from such a horrible incident. And yeah, Hannah is just one of my favourite characters, man. She is... I'm nearly crying now, like, thinking about it. She is just such a powerful character. She represents so many people in her situation, you know. Hannah and Beulah, one of the greatest duos in this show. Seriously, like, the way they bounce off of each other, they have comedic moments and it works. And just so I don't forget, because I am talking about two different characters, the UK tour cast's Beulah is played by Amanda Henderson. Here she is. What a wonderful person. But yeah, those two are just gorgeous. And there's so many parallels between duos in this show, and I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, both of them were incredible. Beulah's a bit more comedic, kind of like Oz. But yeah, no, they bounce off of each other beautifully, and it's so nice to see just really positive relationships in such a hard time. And I've said this so many times because I feel like I am about to cry. Give me a sec. Ooh, okay, I think I've calmed down a bit more to talk about Beverly Bass, Captain Beverly Bass. Again, one of the sort of major characters in the show. So our Beverly Bass was played by Sarah Poser, I don't know, help. But yeah, no, I love Beverly. She is obviously a symbol of female empowerment. Obviously, she has her whole song, Me in the Sky. I love that song so much because it's so soul-crushing by the end of it, you know. The line that gets me the most is, the one thing I loved more than anything was used as the bomb. She's grown up loving planes. She always wanted to be a pilot. She was the first female pilot on American Airlines, I think it was. Again, like, real people, real stories. But I like her relationship with Tom. I'm going to assume Tom's her husband. I haven't really looked into it that much. But when she keeps repeating, I'm fine, Tom, like, it's so heartwarming. You know, it sort of parallels Hannah's relationship with her son. You know, Hannah can't get through to her son. She can't know that he's okay. Whereas, you know, Beverly is able to contact her family and tell her children that she will be home soon. you know, and it's such a heartbreaking parallel. This is making me so emotional, I can't. Sarah had amazing vocals during Me in the Sky. That's kind of Beverly's moment of vulnerability, you know, she's the captain of this aircraft. Like hundreds of people under her care that have been stranded here for days, and like she's the only sort of authority that can keep them all in check, you know, like she has to be strong for them. So having Me in the Sky in this show just really shows her inner workings and how she's really feeling about the situation, so that's why I love that song so much. Apologies if the camera shifted slightly, I had to clear up some storage, but we're back on track. Now, if there's one thing I remember about my first review on this show, it was me talking about the parallels between Kevin and Kevin, there they are, and Nick and Diane. Now, I said it in a way that, you know, obviously the show deals with Kevin and Kevin falling out and splitting apart due to this horrible thing because they both have different outlooks, whereas this horrible thing brings Nick and Diane together into a relationship. And the writers are self-aware of this, okay? I forgot this. When I went in to my viewing at the Mayflower, I noticed that they have specifically scenes where it's those four characters and you really see the parallels, you know, and I love that. I love that they're self-aware and that is intentional, because when I talked about it the first time I was like, oh my god, it's my own idea, but it's not. Like, the writers know what they're doing and that just makes it so much better in my opinion. So yeah, as I said, this situation broke apart Kevin and Kevin's relationship, you know. Kevin T, played by Mark here, he also played Garth and other characters. Like, he really wanted to look at the bright side of this situation, you know, he wanted to look at the positives, he wanted to explore Gander, you know, the place that they would be stranded for a couple days. Like, he was trying to look for anything to take his mind off it and just focus on the now, you know, whereas Kevin J, I think, played by Jamal in this cast, you know, he's always whining and complaining about going home and when they're going to go home. But you then realise he has a really positive relationship with his family, you know. I think he calls his sister at one point. The other Kevin doesn't really seem to have that. He just seems to have himself, and he's very grounded in himself. And I don't want to be caught saying that good things came out of such a terrible terrorist attack, but like, even Diane says that, and she feels guilty about it. I think she has a line, paraphrasing here, but she says something along the lines of, you know, Nick and I only got together because of this terrible thing, and it feels awful, you know. She feels awful that that's the only reason they're together. But yeah, I love the parallels between the couples in this show. And quick shout out to Daniel and Christy, who played Nick and Diane. They were wonderful. As well as Kevin and Kevin, but I've already mentioned them. But yeah, I love the parallels between the couples and just everything, and like so many character parallels and so many character stories that this thing tells, and it's so good. If you haven't seen it, and you can see it, and you can get yourself to a UK theatre to see it, please see it. It's a short show, it's a good show, it's an emotional show. I love it, and the cast were great. So I think that's going to cut it for my Come From Away review. I think this one, now that I know the show is so much more passionate and in-depth than my first one, I will admit. Now, if my calculations are correct, the next time you see me, I will be sitting in the can seats at Moulin Rouge. I've been waiting for this for so long. Me and my friend Danielle, who I've mentioned before and she might have appeared in some of my videos, got really expensive can seats for May for Moulin Rouge. Now, I've already said I don't love this show. I've said that it's fun and colourful and really upbeat and enjoyable. Well, not upbeat towards the end, but you know. And also, praise Dom Simpson. So we are both very excited, but I'm pretty sure that's where I will see you next, because I do not have any money to do anything before then. Because I am planning a week away for July. Literally a whole week in London. I'm seeing a bunch of shows. Book of Mormon is one of them. I'm seeing new shows, I'm seeing old shows. And it's going to be a fun week, but all my money is pretty much going to that now. So the next time you see me will probably be Moulin Rouge. See you there. Because you can. I'm gonna go to bed.